Hi quilters, I'm Pam Heller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert.
And I'm Erica Botker, AccuQuilt's creativity expert.
Pinwheels are one of our all-time favorite blocks, and the Go Whirling Star die gives a modern take on this classic look.
This block on board, or bob die, is a 6 by 24 inch die board, so it'll fit through all of our cutters, including the Go Me and the Studio with the appropriate adapter. So make sure you've got a 6 by 24 cutting mat to go with it. So let's take a look at this great die. Now there are 8 shapes on the die, including 2 sets of trapezoids and the small half-square triangles.
Right.
Now the first question you're going to ask is, can I make this block with my cube? And the answer, Pam?
No, you can't.
No, you
can't.
can't.
There are 2 different sizes of trapezoids on this die board.
Yes.
And in the companion set angles, there's just 1.
That's right.
All the shapes are screen printed to help you keep track of your pieces. And AccuQuilt has cut off the dog ears, so we have that 1/4 inch seam allowance. And now, Erica, this block might look a little complicated. People might ask, does it have a Y seam? The answer is
no Y seams.
So this bob is perfect for quilters of any skill level.
That's right.
Now the bob makes 4 sections that, when sewn together, create a 12-inch finished block. Think about pairing this die with the 12-inch cube or other 12-inch bobs or 12-inch setting triangles to create a new and innovative quilt design.
That's
I
right.
love it.
The Go Whirl and Twirl wall hanging right behind us that we're going to make now is a free pattern at AccuQuilt.com. So be sure to download the pattern and make a test block before you get started. The pattern uses one block which has 4 units in it, and the units are all the same. So let's lay out our fabric. We can cut and sew a unit and put our block together.
Excellent. All right, so we have our fabric.
We do.
We
So
followed
here you
the
go.
instructions to subcut our fabric.
Yes.
So the C, which is right here, we're going to just refer to it. These are those half-square triangles.
Right.
You need them in this light purple and the white.
Okay.
So I've subcut our fabric, the light purple and the white.
Got it.
Next, now this is shape B, all right? And this is the light and the medium.
Okay. And they look the same, but
They
you will
do.
see that they are not.
They are not. And I really admonish you to follow the pattern here as you're putting the block together.
Exactly.
It's a great chain piecing block, okay? And then the last one, this is shape A. These are the shape A's.
Okay, and so that's the dark and the medium.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that's lined up there. And we can put it on a 6 by 24 cutting mat.
That's right.
Now this is going to fit through any of our cutters, but we're going to use our Go Big today.
We are. Okay.
All right, so we're going to give a little love and slide that mat, don't lift. And let's just pull back our fabric and show our pieces. All right, now Erica, we're going to follow the pattern which we have right here.
Yes.
So you're going to see that we're going to sew shape A's, which are right there.
Yes.
Right, so we need a dark shape A.
Okay.
To a light shape C, okay? And then we're going to do the opposite, and we're going to sew it to the white.
Perfect.
All right? So I like to lay out my pieces like this.
Yes.
Now, because you're here,
yes,
I'm going to pin, because I found that sometimes I was trying to remember which shape I was supposed to sew to each.
Okay, well that's probably a really good idea. And this is a great time to take a look at how those dog ears, how they line up just perfectly.
Perfect. Okay. And I'm going to sew these, and I'm going to send you over the iron in just a second.
Okay.
And we want to press all of our seams open. That way our block is going to lay nice and flat.
Fabulous.
All right, so Erica, now let's take our medium shape B, and we're going to add a shape C, light shape C to the left, okay? And then we're going to take a light shape B and add a white
Perfect.
to this side. And again, we are going to pin so we know exactly how to sew them, and we're going to press them open.
That's, you know, that's really a great tip.
And this is a great chain piecing block. We can totally, you know, do all of the shapes. You know, if you were doing all 4 of them, you could just do step-by-step chain piecing.
How would you like me to press these, Pam?
Now, I found that it works best if you press towards that small half square triangle.
Okay.
Because when we go to sew the other half square triangles,
right,
we're going to press the opposite direction, and
okay,
those seams will nest.
Okay, perfect.
All right, now, Erica, you want to press towards that trapezoid
Towards
shape.
the trapezoid. All right. Okay.
All right, now this is also what I found helpful, is to put the blocks together like this. Is one half.
Okay.
Okay, and then this is the other half. All right, and so look, because we pressed them in opposite directions, now they're going to nest.
Perfect. I feel like pinning is going to come back
again. And pinning
again.
is going to happen in our world.
Okay.
And the cool thing is that you're going to notice, see how well it lines up, because we cut it and sewed it correctly.
That's right.
If it doesn't line up, you didn't do it right.
There you go.
Okay, now look how perfect that came together.
Absolutely.
So that tip of pressing them in opposite directions really makes a difference.
It does.
Now will you press our seams open?
Open,
So they lay flat.
I'd be happy to.
Great. Again, you want to make sure you lay out your block so that you sew it correctly. And now we're just going to sew the 2 halves together. And since none of the seams line up, then I don't pin it.
I wouldn't either.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
There you go. All right, and then once again, Erica, we're just going to press that seam open.
Got it.
Trim my little strings there.
All the threads. All right, so now you're going to be able to sew your units together.
Great. So I'm going to sew these 2 together and press one direction, and then sew the other ones together. Also, Erica, because we sewed and pressed in opposite directions, when we come here,
you can nest again.
They can nest again.
So every step of the way, it's just helping you ensure that it's going to be perfect.
Oh, look at how pretty this is. So we're going to sew these 4 units together to make our 12-inch finished block. And Erica, maybe you want to talk about Go Quilt.
Absolutely. So this pattern would be a perfect way to use our free quilting tool, Go Quilt. It's available on AccuQuilt's website. It allows you to change the colorway of a pattern easily and quickly. Now, Go Quilt has a short tutorial video to help you get started. Think outside the box when it comes to your fabric choices. This block would be fun in winter colors to look like snowflakes, in bright spring colors to give the effect of pinwheels blowing in the breeze. So have a lot of fun with it. Try out different things. Pick a look that you like.
There we go.
And there we go.
And again, because we pressed these in the opposite direction when I sewed that final seam, it also nested and it came together perfectly.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Follow the pattern directions to complete the quilt top. Lay your batting between the quilt top and the backing. Pin or baste layers together. Quilt as desired. Bind using your favorite size strip die, and don't forget to miter your corners.
Now be sure to share your finished projects with us on all our social media platforms. We love seeing all of your wonderful creations.
The Go Whirling Star die will have you twirling in delight as you create beautiful pinwheel variations. Because at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time
so you can quilt more.